happy to be here today. The reason I came is that I've been going out to classrooms to do what I call a demonstration lesson, which is I'm going to show you some tools that not only you can use, but your teacher can use. And these tools are all things that actually make your learning, and in addition to that, your teacher's learning more effective, more efficient, and they're all pretty cool things. So I've got Mr. Smith and Mr. Andrew here to help us. And they're going to be just kind of roaming around, so if you get stuck, the way we want to handle getting stuck with this stuff is first, before you even ask an adult, you have lots of people sitting around you. And what I found in the demonstration lessons that I do, who do you think knows the most about the minis? You guys, yourselves. Actually, you guys know just as much as we do. So start with each other, and then if you really feel stuck at your group, then we, give your signal, and we'll come to help. So the next thing that I want you to do is you're going to go to Safari, and you are going to type in the address edmodo.com. Edmodo.com. Once you have Edmodo, I'll come around and I'll look for thumbs ups once you're in Edmodo. So basically when you go to this sign into Edmodo, what you're going to do is, what button are you going to push? I'm a student. Do that.
Okay.
Okay, and the next thing you're going to do is you are going to fill in your profile for Edmodo. You're going to put you do not have to put your email down. That's not required. But everything else, I want you to put in. Group code. Here's what you need to know about your group code. So T6BC3B. Okay, once you're in, you'll be on a page that looks like this, and you'll give me a thumbs up. If you're in and there's anybody around you that looks like a group that needs help, you can ask them if you can assist. Once you've signed in, you don't have to create your profile because the Edmodo will remember you and your sign in and all of that. So the other thing is that so for instance, if your teacher starts to use this, then you'll get a new group code. Because this group code is under my Edmodo account. This page, what this is called is, I call this a learning management system. This is a place where in classrooms, especially classrooms that have iPads or some sort of device where every student has one, this is a place where your teacher can actually have you go, and she can create assignments. She can create tests. She can grade things. She can have you do a poll. So the very first thing I want you to do, for those of you that are signed in, is you're going to notice that as I scroll down, right up here in the corner where you start to see these numbers, these notifications tell me of people that are actually joining my class. So I'm able to look at the notifications here, and I can actually see that a bunch of people have, and I've done this with other classes, so I can see all the people that have notified me. I also get an email saying, hey, guess what? You have a new group, and this Curtis's class has joined you, and I have two things here. Notice this looks like Facebook, but it's not Facebook. This is called Edmodo. I do kind of think it's like a Facebook for education, but it's designed for learning. So notice here, it says right here, have you used Edmodo before? I want you to vote yes or no, and then you'll notice that as soon as you vote, we'll start to get a tally. So if your teacher wanted to ask you a question about a particular topic or something that you're learning about, she could do a poll, and the poll works pretty quickly and pretty easily. So if you would go to your poll and vote, I should start to see some votes showing up here. You notice that you and your teacher have the ability, and where I really like this, thinking about this from the teacher's point of view, is your teacher has the ability to she can post messages to you. So imagine in a world, hey guys, while I'm talking, I need you guys to pay attention to me. Imagine a world where you're able to log into Edmodo and all of your class stuff is there, and your teacher's able to post something like, hey, remember, this morning we have a quiz. I want to show you one thing here really quick. your teacher can, on my page, it allows me to create a quiz. So I can make a quiz, or your teacher and I are learning about something called Common Core State Standards. There is a system here that actually allows her to go and say like, oh, my class is learning about reading informational text, and Edmodo will actually make a quiz for her to give to you to check out. So I'm going to just show you really quick how that works. So if I'm going to create what they call a snapshot, is I'm going to give it a name, and let's just say, since it's math time, math quiz. So we'll call it Math Quiz 1. And I'm going to make it due tomorrow. And I'm going to say that you only have 5 minutes to finish the quiz. I want it to be fast. And I can add a note, I can do all kinds of things. So the next thing I'll do here.
Please don't make us.
So the student group. Now notice, here's the cool thing about this. Now, for high school teachers, they teach a bunch of different classes. Your teacher has one class, but maybe she puts you into reading groups, or she has you in math groups, or maybe science groups, something like that. So here you see I have all of these different groups. I went to a biology class at the high school last week, so I created Ms. Black's honors biology class. So the quiz I'm going to make this for is for your class. I click on that. And then it knows that you're a 5th grade class because I said that you were a 5th grade class. And then the next thing I can do here is I can actually look up math standards. So I'm going to go here and go to geometry. And I'm going to say like, all right, I know that maybe lately you have, let's say like looking at 2-dimensional figures. And it's going to create a quiz just about 2-dimensional figures. And then I'm going to say, and then it automatically, notice what it did as soon as I picked that standard. Like that one thing that your teacher wants to check to see if you've learned is it gives a time limit for me because it's making the quiz for me. And then I can say assign now. And then suddenly, you're going to get your quiz.
I got it.
And once you get the quiz, ladies and gentlemen, this is a technology demonstration. I want you to just kind of roll through the quiz. It's not important how you do on the quiz. What's important is just go into the quiz and just kind of see how it is. So this is really to practice. Once you get the quiz, it'll ask you if you want to start. You go ahead and start the quiz, and I want you to roll through it. I don't think a lot. This is the only time the teacher's going to say like, don't try hard on this test. I just want you to kind of roll through it. All right, finish it. All right. People should be finishing up with their quiz, and then I'm going to show you a couple more tools. When you get to the congratulations page, you need to hit the refresh button. So watch my cursor right here. The refresh for you is this little circular arrow.
Oh, that.
Apparently, it's not letting you push the button to say close snapshot. So hit refresh, and now we'll let you get there.
First.
Here's the thing. If you're posting on, I want you to stop posting because I want you to pay attention up here. I love that you like the posting. It's a great tool, and that's why the tool is there, but I want you guys to listen about this tool. So, here's what this tool does. If you really took this test, your teacher has the ability to actually make her own test, or she can actually have the test created. What it tells her, and I know you guys, granted, you guys all did this and I told you just blow through it, don't pay attention to whether you're getting the answer right or wrong. Here's what it tells her right away. With this standard that this quiz was about, like who met, so like Angelina Jordy, you guessed right, as you were probably guessing. Meaning that you guys knew the standard well enough where you actually took the test and maybe do some of those things. It says who's borderline, who's behind, and who has not finished. Right?
I got two happy
The cool thing about that is that it's pretty quick, it's pretty easy. And the other piece that somebody pointed out to me is that the cool thing about this too is that when you join this group, your parent always would get a code. So if they want to go on to Edmodo and see how you're doing, they can actually look at Edmodo and see how you did on the quiz that day. Here's the cool thing for a teacher is that teachers usually have big giant stacks of papers when they're grading and doing quizzes. All the grading's done. And so now Ms. Curtis can just move forward and say like, all right, looks like I need to teach this a little bit more because there are a lot of people that are behind, right? So then that's just an example, right? But that's the nice thing about this tool is that your teacher can do things really quick and efficient and continue to teach you. And she's got something to support her with grading and giving you an idea whether you're getting things or not, right? That's one of my favorite parts about this. So here's the next thing we're going to do. Edmodo has lots of other features. I can show you a couple more so that you can kind of see how it works. You saw the quiz. You have something called an assignment. If you scroll down and if you look on my piece here, there's lots of messages.
You go all the way down.
If you click here, there is a lesson called Learn Zillion Math Lesson. I want you to go and find that. Because your teacher also has the ability to post an assignment to you.
Turn it right.
I don't want you to turn it in yet because I want you to look at it. The assignment then would look like this.
Oh my God.
Once you bring up that
The
assignment,
video. The video, guys.
now this is connected to a website called Learn Zillion. And so I looked at a particular standard in 5th grade math. And this is about learning to compare and contrast quadrilaterals. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hear that some people are actually already starting to watch the lesson. You'll hear the term flipped classroom. Here's what happens sometimes, because this is connecting to a website. Learn Zillion, the cool thing about Learn Zillion, have you used Learn Zillion before?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay,
Not
the
tons.
cool thing about Learn Zillion is that this also allows the teacher to pick a standard and then it has lessons on a standard. I just wanted to show you through Edmodo how a teacher can link an assignment. So maybe she might say, all right, this group right here, I'm just going to have you watch the lesson and then maybe Miss Curtis works with another group on the skill. Okay? Show me a thumbs up if you made it to this page.
I did.
Let's see the thumbs.
Wait, I'm watching my show.
And watching these kinds of lessons are actually an example of where earbuds would be really helpful because your teacher could just say like, I want you to watch the lesson and then we're going to work on some problems. Okay, those of you who have your thumbs up, if you're playing the video, I want you to pause it.
Okay. I can't even watch it.
And then I want you to be able to go back
Okay. I'm back.
to your page. And I want you to just turn it in. Just say turn it in. So we'll go back here and just turn it in. When you turn it in, it just means that you're done. All right. So when I refresh, I can actually start to see, because if you go back to your Edmodo page, I want you to turn it in. And I can actually go to back to the group.
I'm gonna go.
And then your teacher can track who's turned in their work and who hasn't.
We turn it. What do we do after that?
So right here, then your teacher's going to get a post. So like on my page, I get a post that says 23 students have turned it in. And then she can track and actually see the results and see who's turned it in and who hasn't.